households, both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
The quarrel is between our masters and us their men. Look, here come the Montagues.
Ooh, my naked weapon is out! Quarrel! I'll back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Well, let us lay the law of our sides. Let them begin.
Ah, I will frown as they pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it. Hey!
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side of it, say I?
No.
Then no, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of our masters, kinsmen.
Hi, yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw off, you be men. Gregory, remember thy swashing blow.
Heart fools! Put up thy swords! You know not what you do!
What? Art thou drowned among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, and look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage it to part these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward.
What noise is this? Bring me my long sword, ho!
A crutch, a crutch. Why do you call for a sword?
My sword, I say! Old Montague is come, and he brandishes his blade in spite of me!
Thou villain, Capulet! Hold me not. Let me go.
Thou shalt not stir a foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to the peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved princess. 3 civil brawls bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit for the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon once more on the pain of death. All men depart.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drave me to walk abroad, wherefore underneath the grove of a sycamore, so early walking did I see your son. Tore to my maid, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of wood.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew.
Oh, see where he comes, so please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
Thou wert so happy by thy stay, to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin.
The day is so young.
But news struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? What fray was here? Tell me not. I've heard it all before. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Farewell, cuz.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I've lost myself. I'm not here. This is not Romeo. It's some other where.
Well, tell me, in sadness, who is it that you love?
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Well, groan, I know, but sadly, tell me who.
Bid a sick man in sadness make his will. A word alludes to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
Well, be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
How can I forget to think?
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
Farewell, thou cannot teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or else die in debt.
Oh, but old Montague is bound as well as I in penalty alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
Well, going over what I have said before, my daughter is yet a stranger to the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 summers. 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we might think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she, her happy mother's maid.
But too soon marred are those so early made. The earth hath swallowed up all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agree within her scope of choice lies my consent and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, to which I've invited many a guest, such as I adore. And you among the store, one more most welcome, will make my number more.
This same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with an unattained eye compare her face to some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehoods, then turn tears to fires. And these, who often drown, can never die. Transparent heretics be burnt for liars. When fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun, never saw her match since first the world begun.
You saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid, that I shall show you, shining at this feast, and she so scant show well that now shows best.
I shall go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
daughter, call her forth to me.
Now by my maidenhead at 12-year-old I bade her come. What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid. Where's this girl? What Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Oh, madam, I am here. Oh, what is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
Nay, and I'll lay 14 of my teeth. And yet, for my teeth be it spoken, I have but 4. She is not 14. How long is it now till Lammas-tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd of all days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good to me. But as I said, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. That shall she marry, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years, and she was weaned, I never shall forget. Of all days of the year, upon that day, for I had then laid wormwood to my dog, sitting in the sun under the dove-house wall, my lord and you were in Mantua. Nay, I do bear a brain, but as I
Enough
said...
of this. I pray thee hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. God mark thee to his grace. Thou wast the prettiest babe I e'er nurse, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
Oh, it is an honor that I dream not of.
An honor! Were I not thine only nurse, I would say thou had sucked the wisdom from thy teeth.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much into these years you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man, as all the world why, he's a man of wax.
Verona summers hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. So you shall share all he doth possess by making yourself no less. Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like if liking move, but no more deep lion dart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly. Madame, the guests are come, supper served, you called, my young lady asked for. The nurse, curse in the pantry, and everything extremity. I must hence you to wait, I beseech you. Follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
What shall this speech we spoke for our excuse? Or shall we on without an apology?
Let them measure us by what they will. We will measure them a measure and then be gone.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common ground.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above the woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love? Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? Is it too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and a prick like thorn?
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, every man betake him to his legs.
A torch from me. Let wantons, light of heart, tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. For I am proverbed with a grandsire phrase. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this Sir Reverence love, wherein thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight, ho.
Nay, that not so.
I mean, sir, in delay. We waste our lights in vain like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that air once in our 5 wits.
We mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
What was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
And bet asleep do dreamers dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She's the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape, no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with the team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spiders' lashes, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's webs, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams, the whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small, gray-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. Time out of mind, the fairy's coachmaker, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love.
Thou talk'st of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin as the substance of air and more inconsistent than the wind who woos, even now, the frozen bosom of the north. Angered hence, turns away from them, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late. Come, Romeo, come, we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequences yet hanging in the stars. This night's revels and expire the term of despised life enclosed in my breath by some vile forfeit of untimely death. So thou who hast steerage of my course, direct my sail.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I have seen the day that I could wear a visor and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. Ah, you are welcome, gentlemen. Come, music, play! A hall, give room! And footed girls.
Rosa! What lady is that? Doth enrich the hand of yonder knight.
Peter!
I know not, sir.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night, like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So shows a snowy dove, trooping with crows, for o'er her lady's fellows shows. Did my heart love till now? Swear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boys. What dares the slave? Come hither covered with antic face to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now by stock and honor of my kin to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Herefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain who hath hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle cause, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and, to speak truth, Verona brags of him to be a fair and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all the town here in my home do him disparagement. Therefore be patient, pay him no mind. It is my will, the which if thou respect, show a fair semblance and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured! What, goodman boy? I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here or you? Go to. Be gone.
Patience perverse with willful choler meeting makes my flesh tremble at their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion now seeming sweet will convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this: my lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
I pilgrim lips that they must use in prayer.
Then let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. From my lips, by yours, my sin is purged.
Have my lips the sin that they have took?
Sin from thy lips, O trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kissed by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary Bachelor, her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady and wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you this, he that can lay hold of her shall have the clinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, my dear Count, my life is my foe's debt.
Away, be gone. The sport is at the best.
So I fear the more is my unrest.
Why, come now, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet towards. Is it even so? Well then, I thank you. I thank you all, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Come, let's to bed. Ah, by my fate, waxes late. I'll to my rest.
Nurse. What is yon gentleman?
The son and heir of old Tiberio.
And what's he that is now going out of door?
Married that I think be young Petruchio.
And what's he that followed there, that would not dance?
I know not.
I will ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Oh, too early seen unknown and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now, of one I danced withal.
Anon, anon. Come, the strangers are all gone. Romeo! My cousin Romeo!
He is wise, and on my lie hath stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way and leapt over the orchard wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo! Humors! Madman! Passion! Lover! I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eye, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, her long leg, and her quivering thigh.
Come, he hath hid himself among the trees.
Romeo, good night. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
He jested scars that never felt a wound. But soft! What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who's but sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. It is my lady! Oh, it is my love! Oh, that she knew she were! She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold! 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes, to twinkle in their spheres till they return. See how she lays her cheek upon her hand, to be a glove upon that hand, to touch that cheek.
Hi, me.
Oh, she speaks! Speak again, bright angel!
Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? Well, that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection to which he owes without that title. Oh, Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I'll take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thee who I am, for my name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maiden, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place death, considering who thou art, if my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings do I perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love does, dare love attempts. Therefore, thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. But thou love me, let them find me here. For my life better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. Gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I'm too quickly one, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else for the world.
By yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry.
If my heart's dear love.
Oh, sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Wouldst thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Thy love's exchanged for mine.
I did give it thee before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou provoke it? For what reason, love?
Oh, but to be frank, and give it thee again. And yet I wish for the thing I have. Oh, my bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
Oh, anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. It being night, I am afeared that all this be but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, then good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purposed marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
Anon! But if thou meet'st not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come! Cease thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
Oh, sweet good night! 1,000 times good night! At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send for thee?
At the hour of 9.
Oh, I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. Romeo, I did forget why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
And I will still forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I will stand here, having thou forgetting any other home but this. Good night, good night! Parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow. Good morrow, father.
Benedicite, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Thou art uproused by some distempture, or if not so, I hear I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last is true. Sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Wast thou with Rosalind?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father. No, I've forgotten that name, and that name's well.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee, ere thou ask it me again. I've been feasting with mine enemy, when on a sudden one hath wounded me.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession brings but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of the rich Capulets. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combine, save what thou must combine, with holy marriage. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what change is here? Is Rosalind, whom thou hast loved so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Haze Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks of Rosaline? And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may falter when there is no strength in men.
Thou chidst me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not loving, pupil mine.
And badst me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, but another out to have.
Then I pray thee, chide not she whom I love.
Oh, she knew well thy love did read by rote, but could not spell. But come, young waver, come with me, and in one respect I'll thy assistant be, for this alliance, it may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence! I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Well, not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
That same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Well, any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer to the letter's master, how he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart, cleft with a blind bow boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Well, why would his Tybalt?
Oh, more than a prince of cats, I can tell you. Oh, he's the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, proportion, rests me his minimum rest. 1, 2, and the third in your bosom, the very butcher of a silk button, a duelist.
Well, here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
And good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir. The slip! Can you not conceive?
I protest, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case, a man may strain courtesy.
Benvolio! Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits faint.
Oh, switching spurs, all cry a match.
If thy wits run the wild goose chase, I have done. For thou hast more of a wild goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in my whole 5. And was I with you there for the goose?
Thou was never with me when thou was not there for the goose.
I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Is not this better now than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this driveling love is like a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide his bauble in a hole. A sail!
Oh, a shirt and a smock. Peter!
Anon.
My fan, Peter.
Good, Peter, to hide her face, for her fan is the fairer face.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God ye good den, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good den?
'Tis no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Out upon you! What a man are you?
One gentlewoman that God had made himself to mar.
By my troth, it is well said, for himself to mar. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I'm the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
If you be he, sir, then I desire some confidence with you. Oh, she will indict him to some supper.
Romeo, will you come to your father's later? Wilt to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell. Ancient lady, farewell. Lady.
Marry, farewell. I pray thee, sir. What saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman that loves to hear himself speak and will talk more in a minute than one can stand to in a month.
Speak against me and I'll take him down, and any lustier than he is in 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, I'll find those that shall. Scurvy knave, I am none of his flitgills, I am none of his skeins mates. And thou must stand by it too, and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure?
Pleasure? I saw no man use your pleasure. If I did, my weapon should quickly out. I warn you, I'd draw as soon as I see another man. If there is an occasion that occurs where Curl is on my side and law is on my
Now, afore God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scurvy knave! I pray thee, sir, as I told you, my young lady bade me to inquire you out.
Juliet?
What she bade me to say, I shall keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, if ye should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it would be a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and therefore, if you should deal double with her, it would be a very ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and a very weak dealing.
Commend me to thy lady and my mistress. I protest unto thee. Bid her devise some means to come to confession this afternoon, and there, at Friar Lawrence's cell, shall she be shrived and married. Here's for thy pains.
Truly, sir, not a penny.
Go, I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there. Well, my mistress is the sweetest lady lord. Lord, 'twas a prating little thing.
Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter!
Anon.
Take my fan, Peter. Go before and apace.
She comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, nurse, tell me, what news? Oh, Lord, why look'st thou sad? Oh, the news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am aweary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I.
I wouldst thou had my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee. Speak, nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is good or bad?
You have made a simple choice. You know not how to pick a man. Romeo, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, and for a leg exceeds all men's, and for a hand, a foot, and a body, though they are not to be talked upon, are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this I did know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. It feels as though it would fall in 20 pieces. Oh, and my back. Oh, my other side. Oh, beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death while jaunting up and down.
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where else should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, is it so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforth, deliver your messages yourself.
Oh, here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to confession today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now up the wanton blood in your cheeks, they'll be scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to church, go, I'll to dinner.
Oh, how to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
Smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. Come what sorrow can, for it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that 1 short minute gives me in her sight.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder. The sweetest honey is loathed for its deliciousness, and its taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light of foot.
Oh, good evening to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee for us both, daughter.
Well, as much to him, else is his thanks too much.
Juliet, if thy joy be heaped like mine, and thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten this neighbor air with thy breath.
Well, there are but beggars that can count their worth, but my true love has grown to such excess that I cannot sum up but half my wealth.
Come, and by a short work we shall, for your leaves, let thou not be alone till Holy Church incorporate tune 1.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let us retire. The day is hot, the Capulets are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not scape a brawl. For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of those fellows that, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God, send me no need of thee, and by the operation of the second cup draws it on the drawer when indeed there is no need.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I'll speak with them. Gentlemen, good den, a word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, and you'll give me occasion.
Or can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortst with Romeo.
Consort! What dost thou make of us, minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Zoons, consort!
Talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw into some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze upon us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure eye.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man. Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain, I am none. Therefore, farewell, since thou knowest me not.
This shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise. Thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, vile, dishonorable submission, Tybalt, you rat-catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier down.
Come, sir, your passado.
Draw, Benvolio, beat down their weapons. Gentlemen, for shame! Forbear this outrage! The prince hath expressly forbidden bandying in Verona streets. Hold, Tybalt, good Mercutio.
I am hurt. A plague. Both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone? And hath nothing.
What art thou hurt?
A scratch. Mary. 'Tis enough. Where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, not so deep as a well, nor wide as a church door, Mary. 'Tis enough. 'Twill serve. Come for me tomorrow, and you shall find a grave man. I am peppered. I warrant for this world a plague of both your houses. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm. Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague of both your houses. wants meat of me. I have it. And so me too. Your Altars.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, has got his mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, half an hour ago been my kinsman. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo, brave Mercutio is dead! Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain! Away to heaven, respective lenity! In fire-eyed fury be my conduct now! Tybalt, take thee back the villain that thou slayest gave me! For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above thy head, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both, must go with him.
Thou wretched boy that did consort him here shall with him hence.
Shall determine that.
Romeo, away be gone! The citizens are up and Tybalt is slain! Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death if thou art taken! Hence be gone, away!
And fortune's fall!
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble princess, one can recover all. The unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo, who slew thy kinsman, good Mercutio. Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's child. Princesses, thou art true for blood of our shed blood of Montague.
Who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged withal. An envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and Tybalt fled. But by and by he comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and to it they go like lightning. For ere I could draw to part them was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, Romeo did turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false, he speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, princess, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live. Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo, princess. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately do we exile him hence. Let Romeo hence with haste. Else, when he is found, that hour be his last.
come thou day and night, and thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Oh, come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night, and give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, so that he may make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day as is the night before a festival, to an impatient child who hath new robes and may not wear them.
Juliet,
Here comes my nurse, and she brings news in every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Nurse, what hast thou there? Oh, the cords that Romeo bid thee fetch? Ay me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
oh, well a day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady, we are undone. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo! Whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that doth torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Oh, say thou but I, in that bare vow I shall poison more than the death-darting eye of a cockatrice.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark here, on his manly breast. Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I shall live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? Oh, my dear loved cousin and even dearer lord. Oh, dreadful trumpet, sound the general doom. For who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did, alack the day it did. Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring, your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaking offer up to joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain. Tybalt's dead that would have slain my husband. Oh no, all this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death, that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned and guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead. Romeo, banished. That banished, that one word banished has slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough if it had ended there, or if sour woe delights in fellowship and needily will be right with other griefs. Why followed not when she said, Tybalt's dead, thy father or thy mother, nay, or both, which modern lamentations might have moved. But with the rearward following Tybalt's death, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. Nurse.
Hie to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark ye, Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him. He is hid at Lawrence's cell.
Oh, give this ring to my true knight and bid him come take his last farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had absolutely no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late, she'll not come down tonight, I promise you, but for your company, I would have been to bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow, for tonight she is mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I promise I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I feel she will be ruled in all respects by me, nay, more I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her, you go to bed. Prepare her against this wedding day, and mark you me, by Wednesday next, but soft, what day is it today?
Monday, my lord.
Monday, well, Wednesday is too soon. Oh, Thursday, yes, Thursday let it be, but what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone then, oh, Thursday it will be. Wife, go you to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her against this wedding day. Light to my chamber, afore me. It is so late that we may call it early by and by. Good night, my lord.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affection is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves and queens at my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler word hath vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment! Be merciful! Say death! For exile hath less terror in his looks, much less than death. Do not say banishment!
Henceforth from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, my son, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself.
Oh, deadly sin, oh rude unthankfulness, thy fault our law calls death. The kind princess hath rushed aside and turned that black word death into banishment. This is mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture, not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog, every little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here and look at her. But not me, not Romeo. He is banished.
Thou fond madman, hear me, but speak a word.
Oh, thou shalt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to lay off that word, and adversity sweet milk to comfort thee, even though thou art banished.
Thou canst not talk of that thou dost not feel. When thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, and Tybalt murdered, and doting like me and like me banished. Then thou mightest speak, then thou mightest tear thy hair, and fall upon the ground as I do now, marking the making of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself in my study. By and by, I come. What is your business? God's will, who knocks so? What business do you have here?
I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, then.
Oh, friar, oh, tell me, holy friar, where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground, some tears made drunk.
Oh, he's even in my mistress's case, just as her case. Oh, woeful sympathy, piteous predicament, even so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand and be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall into so deep an O?
Nurse?
Aye, sir. Well, death's the end of all.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth she not think me an old murderer, now that I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed, but little of her own? Where is she, and how doth she? What says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and falls down on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and down falls again.
As if that name, tell me, friar, in what vital part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack this hateful medicine.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art, but thy tears are womanish, and thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman, in a seeming man, hast thou slain Tybalt, and willst thou slay thyself, and by doing damned harm upon thyself? Why railst the birth, the heaven and earth? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose sake wast but lately dead. There, art thou happy? Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There, art thou happy too? The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns to banishment. There, art thou happy? A pack of blessings lights upon thy back. Ascend her chamber and comfort her, but look thou not stay till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live until we can find the time to blaze your marriage, beg pardon of the princess, reconcile your friends, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse, and commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming. Go hence, good night, and here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day, disguised from hence, sojourn in Mantua. Give me thy hand, 'tis late. Good night, farewell.
Be gone so? It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Oh, believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. no nightingale. Look, love, night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountaintops. I shall leave and live, or stay and die.
Young light is not daylight. I know it, I. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I have more care to stay than will to go. Welcome, death! Juliet wills it so. House my soul. Let's talk. It's not day.
Oh no, it is. Hie, hence be gone, away. What is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and displeasing sharps? Some say the lark makes sweet division, but that doth not so, for she divideth us. Be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, nurse, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Wilt thou be gone so? Love, Lord, husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. By this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
I will limit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Thinkst thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt not, and all these woes will serve as sweet discourses in our time to come. Adieu.
How now, Juliet?
Oh, madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And even if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore has been done. Some of grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit. Well, girl, weepest not for his death, but that the villain lives that slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I know I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor-murderer still lives.
Indeed, I shall not be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if thou could find out a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, so that Romeo should upon receipt thereof soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and I cannot come to him. To rake the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl. Mary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
By St. Peter's Church and St. Peter too, he shall not there make me a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed. You're he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, that I shall not yet be married, and when I shall, it shall be to Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. These be news indeed.
Here comes your father now. Tell him so yourself and see how he takes it at your hands.
Ah, when the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains outright. Well, how now, a conduit girl, still in tears, ever showering? In one little body thou counterfeits the sea, a bark, a wind. For thine eyes, which I may call the sea, do still ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in the salt floods, the winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed body. Well, how now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives her thanks, but I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft! Take me with you! Take me with you, wife! How? Will she none? Does she not give thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count herself blessed that, unworthy as she is, we have found so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Oh, father, I do beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage! Disobedient wretch! I tell thee what! Get thee to church o' Thursday, or never again look me in the face! Speak not, reply not, do not answer me! My fingers itch! Wife, I had scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see that this one was too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding!
No, look not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, God! Oh, nurse, comfort me! Oh, my husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall my faith return again to earth, unless my husband sendeth me from heaven by leaving earth? Oh, comfort me, counsel me. Alack, alack, that heaven practiced such stratagems on so soft a subject as myself. Oh, comfort me. Hast thou any word of joy?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, and he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. And if he do, it needs must be by stealth. And since the case so stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman.
Speakst thou from thy heart?
And from thy soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in. Tell my lady I have gone to Lawrence' cell, having displeased my father, to seek confession and be absolved.
Marry I will, and this is wisely done.
Shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Ah, Juliet, I know thy grief, and it strains me past the compass of my wits. Now here thou must, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next be married to county.
Tell me not, father, that thou knowest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope, which craves as desperate an execution as which we could prevent. If, rather than marry the county, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, thou wilt undertake a thing like death in order to escape from it, to chide away the shame. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than bury Paris on yonder battlements of tower, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide with a dead man in his shroud.
Hold them. Go home, be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Then, being alone, take this vial, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse shall keep him from his progress, but surcease. No warmth and no breath shall testify thou livest, and this baldness of shrunk death shall continue for 24 hours, and then thou shalt awake, as if from a pleasant dream. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake. Romeo shall by my letters learn our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I shall watch thy waking. And that very night Romeo shall bear thee hence to Mantua.
Oh, give me! Give me! Oh, tell me not of fear!
Be gone. Be strong and prosperous in thy resolve. I'll send with speed a friar with letters to thy lord.
Oh, love give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father. Those attires are best, but nurse, leave me to myself tonight, for I have the need of many horizons to move the heavens, to smile upon my state, which thou know'st is cross and full of sin.
What, are you busy? Need you my help?
Oh, no, madam. We have called such necessaries which are behoveful for our state tomorrow, so please, both, let me lie alone. Let the nurse stay up this night for you, for I'm sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed, and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I shall call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work? Shall I then be married tomorrow morning? Oh, no. No. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison that the friar hath subtly ministered to have me dead, lest he be dishonored in this marriage because he before married me to Romeo? I fear it is. And yet methinks it is not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that my Romeo come to redeem me? Oh, there's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I live, is Is it not like that the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place, is in a vault, an ancient receptacle where for these many hundred years the buried bones of my ancestors are packed, where the bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say at some hours of the night, spirits resort. Alack! Alack! Is it not like that I, so early waking with what loathsome smells and shriek like mandrakes torn from the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad? Oh, when I wake, shall I not be environed with all these hideous fears and distraught, and madly play with my forefathers' joints and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in this rage, with a great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo, who did split his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, I come. This I do drink to thee.
Come, stir, stir, stir. The second cock hath crowed, the curfew bell hath rung. 'Tis 3 o'clock.
Nurse, wife, what ho, what nurse? Go and waken Juliet, go trim her up. I'll go and chat with Paris. Hi, make haste, I say. The bridegroom is here already.
Mistress? What mistress? Juliet? Fast I warrant her she. My love, I say. Madam, sweetheart, my bride. But dressed in your clothes, I must needs wake you, lady. Alas, help! She's dead! Oh, heaven of David, I was born some aqua. Oh!
Lord Capulet! Lord Capulet!
My lord! My lady! What noise is here? Look! Oh, lamentable day! What is the matter? Oh, heavy day! Oh me, oh my child! My only life! Revive! Look up, or I will die with thee! Help! Go help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth. Her lord is here.
She's dead! Deceased! She's dead! Alack the day! Alack the day! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
Let me see her. Out! Alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death has fallen upon her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
trust the flattering truth of sleep. Strange dreams that give a dead man leave to think. Be such life with kisses in my lips, that I was revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona! How now, Balthazar? Dost thou have no letters to me from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I may ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
She is dead, my lord. She is dead. Her body lies in Capel's monument. Her mortal part with angels lives. I saw her lay low in Kindred's vault and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me bringing these ill news since you did leave it for my office, sir.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Give me ink and paper and hire post horses. I'll be hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience.
Have thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone. Hire those horses. I will be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter into the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary. Hereabouts she dwells, which late I noted, in tattered weeds, overwhelming brows, culling of simples, meager, where his looks, sharp misery, had worn him to the bones, and in his needy shop, a tortoise hung, an alligator stuffed, and other skins of ill-shaped fishes. And about his shelves, a beggarly account of empty boxes, bladders and musty seeds, green earthen pots, remnants of packthread, and old cakes of roses were thinly scattered to make a show. Noting this penury, to myself I said, and if a man did need poison now, whose sale is but present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it him. Oh, the same thought did but forerun my need, and the same needy man must sell it me. As I remember, this should be the house. Being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. What ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold, here is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead, and that the trunk may be discharged of breath, as violently and as hastily powder-fired doth hurry from the fatal cannon's womb.
I have. The man who is law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness, and fearest to die? Famine is in thy cheeks. Contempt and beggary hangs upon thy back. Need and oppression starveth in thine eyes. The world is no friend to thee, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. So be not poor, and break it, and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Sweet flower, of flowers, thy bridal bed I strew. Oh woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will do, or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans, the obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. Something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight, to cross my obsequies and true love's right? What with the torch muffle me night a while?
Give me the mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold. Seest thou deliver this early in the morning to my lord and my father, and upon thy life I charge thee, whatever thou seest or hearest, stand aloof. Do not interrupt me in my course.
I will leave you, sir, and not bother you.
Give me the light. Seest thou be gone.
For this all the same, I'll hide hereabout. For his looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
Thou vile tomb, thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth, thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I apprehend thee. Obey, and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Gentle, good youth, tempt not a desperate man. Think upon these gone. I beseech thee, good youth, do not tempt me and put another sin upon thy head by urging me to fury. Be gone!
I do defy thy conjurations and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wouldst thou provoke me? Then have at thee! My love, my wife, death that had sucked on of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign is yet crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag has not yet advanced there. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Am I to believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster that keeps here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I will stay with thee, never from this dim palace of night depart again. Here I will stay, with worms that are chambermaids. Here will I have my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this weird, worried flesh. Eyes, look your last, and arms your last embrace. And lips, the doors of breath, sealed with a kiss of engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot, steerage this course into the seasick, weary bark. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Romeo! Oh, pale, steeped in blood, what unkind hour is guilty of such a lamentable chance? Oh, the lady stirs.
Comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be. And there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Come, lady, from that nest of death, of contagion, of unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents here tonight. Come, go away. The watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare stay no longer.
Get thee hence! I will not away. What's here? I see poison hath been his timeless end. Oh, child! Drunk all and left not a drop to help me after.
Lead, boy, which way?
Hearing noise? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger! This is thy sheath. There rust, and let me die.
What should it be that they shriek so abroad?
The people in the street cry out for Romeo and Juliet and some for Paris, but all run with open outcry toward our monument.
What fear is this which startles in our ears? Here lies Romeo, dead, and Juliet, dead before, warm and new-killed.
Oh heavens! Oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds! This dagger hath mistaken for. Lo, his house is empty on the back of Montague, is missheathed in our daughter's bosom.
Oh me, the sight of death is a bell that warns my old age to the sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile has stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
O thou untaught! What manner is in this, to press before thy father to a grave?
Seal up thy mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities. Where is Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and in post he came from Mantua, to this same place, to this same monument. He early bid me this letter to give to his father, and threatened me with death, going into the vault. I departed not, and left him here.
Came to this vault to die, lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague. See what a scourge is laid upon your hatred, that the heavens find the means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. A glooming peace this morning, and with it brings the sun, for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some shall be punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Wake from your sleep, you're drying on your tears today. We escape, we escape. And get dressed before you fall the years before all hell breaks loose. as the sun. The songs again as one. Yeah. Such a change, such a change.